Did you know that 42% of people fail the theory exam and 30% of people fail the practical driving exam in Germany? Well, I passed both the exam on my first attempt, but here's the twist. Even though I passed the theory exam the first time, I had to retake it. If you want to know why, stick around, I will explain. Plus, with over 70 hours of driving practice and other expense, I ended up paying more than 5,000 euros for my driving license. That's a lot of money. In this video, I will break down the step-by-step process to get your driver license in Germany and what are all the costs involved and all my tips and experience to help you save money and pass your exam in the first try, so that you don't end up spending as much as I did. The cost of getting a license depends on how many hours of practice you need and if you are passed in the first attempt, and also depend on your region and your driving school. If everything goes perfectly, meaning you pass the exam on your first attempt, it will cost around 2,500 euros. Here's the breakdown. Now, here's what I spent on my driving license. As you can see that I spent double the amount to get my driving license. That's why later in this video, I would like to share with you some tips to save on that money. Here is the process to get your license. First, register as a driving school. You should choose the school based on your budget and your schedule. Second, first aid course in German is equal Erste Hilfe course. You should book and plan for that early. I booked mine at Deutsche Kurskurs for 55 euros. I put the link in the description below. Third, eye test, C-test. You can do the eye test at optician like Apollo or Firman, and some will charge you up to 10 euros, but I did mine in Apollo for free. 4. Submit your application. You need to submit the following documents. In my case, I submit my document to my driving school and from there they proceeded further, but it might differ to yours, so please ensure to check with your driving school to know exactly where you should send your application to. 5th, theory class. You need to complete 14 double lessons. Each lesson will last 90 minutes. You will learn 12 lessons basic and 2 lessons additional. 6th, theory exam. You will book your theory exam via your driving school. 7. Driving lesson. After you pass your theory exam, it's time to go to the practice driving lesson. Driving lesson include practice lesson and mandatory lesson. The number of practice hours depends on your driving skill as evaluated by your driving teacher. So it could be the best case scenario if you need around 15 hours, but in my case I need 40 hours. For mandatory lesson, you need to complete at least 12 lessons. The detail you can see here. How many lessons you need in total? It depends on how fast you learn behind the wheel. A. Practice exam. This exam will be booked by your driving teacher once he or she thinks you are ready. During lunchtime, my colleague casually asked, "Hey, how are your driving going?" And I was like, not so good. "Why? Did you fail your exam?" they asked. And then I replied, "It was. I passed my exam in my first attempt, but because I didn't make it to the practical exam within 1 year, that's why I need to do my theory exam again." First tip for you. Your theory exam only valid 1 year, so watch out for this time. Both my driving teacher and me overlooked this time, and believe me, 1 year flies faster than you think. Before taking the theory exam, you need to complete 14 theory lessons. Some schools offer the lesson in both German and English, and the exam is available in multiple languages. At the beginning, I thought, let me do the exam in German because I want to improve my German, and it turned out to be a really bad idea. When I tried the theory lesson, I barely understand it. And then later on, when I practiced my exam in the ADAC app in German, there are so many words that I need to look it up. And because of this, in my theory exam, there one question I did it wrong because I didn't understand the word mean. So, tip for you, always choose the language you are most comfortable with. To practice for your theory exam, if you are taking the exam in German, you can use ADAC app. If you do it in English, you can use this app. And my tip for you is please learn until you are perfectly fit for the exam, and always review those questions where you make a mistake. It helps you a lot in the exam. In the theory exam, you need to answer 30 theory questions. Those are multiple choice questions. 20 questions will be based on the basic, and 10 questions will be on the additional materials. If there are more than 10 mistakes or there are more than 2 incorrectly answer question with 5 points, then the exam is failed. So again, do really study for your theory exam. You don't want to go into a lot of trouble and bureaucracy of taking the exam the second attempt. After you pass the theory exam, it's time for your practical lesson. I chose a license that allows me to both driving manual car and automatic cars. Now, here's the disclaimer. I've never drove before I enrolled in the driving school in Germany. To be honest, I think I'm not so talented at driving. My driving school offered me 1 or 2 times of practice per week, and it's definitely not enough. In between, there are also vacation. I have vacation, and my driving teacher have vacation. I need track, and then I need more hours, and then eventually 1 year is going to end. In between, there was also long break and vacation, and eventually it track more than for 1 year, and I need to retake my theory exam. My tip for you, if possible, you should have at least 3 times per week to practice driving to create a habit of it. If you have a friend or an acquaintance who have a car, ask them if they can go with you to the ADAC training centers. I practiced there multiple times, and it helped a lot, especially in parking. On the exam day, nervous can get the best of you. Here's what worked for me. Dress properly. It won't directly impact your result, but it will leave a good impression. My examiner mentioned that showing up untidy shows disrespectful because even driving exam is also an important exam. Practice regularly a few weeks before the exam. In my case, 2 weeks before the exam, I have my lesson every day. Confidence comes with repetition. Know your test route. You will likely try in the area where the exam is held. So if possible, familiarize yourself with the road, the sign, the traffic beforehand. Stay calm. Easier said than done, I know. But a clear mind leads to a better decision behind the wheel. Bonus tip, treat it like a normal driving lesson. Don't overthink it. So, that's everything you need to know about getting license in Germany. Thanks for watching, and good luck with your driving license journey. Bye bye!